Good morning, students. I hope you are understanding my lectures. Dear students, as you know that in my last lecture, I sent you one video regarding the magnetic field on the axial line of electric dipole. Dear students, these topics we have already done in electrostatics for electric field as well. So I hope that each and every term is clear to you and as well as calculations. Let us recapitulate the magnetic field on the axial line of electric dipole. First of all, let me tell you that axial line is a line which is along the axis of the magnetic dipole. And magnetic dipole is a system of two poles having equal and opposite strength. And strength of poles we are denoting by the letter small m. Okay, so let us begin. Let us consider a bar magnet, and dear students, you know that in bar magnet there is south pole and north pole, and this is the formula for magnetic dipole moment. We are taking a point P at a distance d such that we have to calculate the magnetic field at this point of bar magnet. Now we know that magnetic field lines, they are emerging from north pole and reaching at south pole. Okay, and the formula for magnetic field is mu naught upon 4 pi m upon r square. This is according to the Coulomb's law in magnetism. I hope you remember this. Okay, after that we have to calculate now the magnetic field due to north pole and magnetic field due to south pole. So for that we need to use some formulas. So this is the value of B1. B1 means the magnetic field. B1 means the magnetic field due to south pole. And dear students, we know that towards south pole it will come. That's why arrow is in this side. Okay, so you just see here the magnetic field due to south pole we are denoting by B1. It is mu naught upon 4 pi m upon total distance. So total distance of south pole from point B, it is d plus L. That's why it is written d plus L whole square, means distance whole square. Okay, similarly we can write B2 means magnetic field due to north pole. Magnetic field due to north pole, we will draw it away from the point P because it will emerge out from north pole. So these both are the values of B2 and B1, and now we have to calculate total value of magnetic field. So to calculate the total value of magnetic field, what we have to do? We have to subtract B2 minus B1. Put the value of B2 and put the value of B1. Dear students, here you can see that some terms are very common to each other. So you know that those common terms we can take outside. So we have taken mu naught upon 4 pi m common. Okay, so now next step, what would be? We will take LCM of d minus L square and d plus L square. So its LCM would be d square minus L square whole square. Why? Because d minus L, a plus b, a minus b, it is a square minus b square, and whole square was in both sides. That's why it is whole square. So whenever we are taking LCM, this term will multiplied on the other side, and similarly the another one. Dear students, after simplifying we are getting that mu naught upon 4 pi m mu naught upon 4 pi m 4 L d square L square whole square. So this is the final expression, not final, but this is the expression, simplified expression, which we are getting for magnetic field. And now we can just simplify it, that mu naught upon 4 pi 2m d. How m? Because you know m is equal to 2l into small m. Okay, so special case also we can take when magnet is very short. Then what will happen? Okay, so that's all about your magnetic field on the axis. Now next is your magnetic field on the equatorial line. So let us discuss now magnetic field on the equatorial line of a bar magnet. Dear students, again I have taken a bar magnet having two poles, north pole and south pole. O is the center and total length of the magnet is 2L. And now we have to find the magnetic field on the equatorial line. So dear students, first of all you should know that what is equatorial line. So let me remind you that we have already defined it, that equatorial line is the line which is perpendicular to the center of the dipole. Okay, so this is your equatorial line, and now we will find the magnetic field on the equatorial line of a bar magnet. So you can see that we have taken here the point P at a distance D, okay, and the distance of this from point S means south pole is under root d square plus L square, and from north pole is also d square plus L square under root. And this we have calculated by using a very famous theorem, that is Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so you can also apply Pythagoras theorem and you will get that this PS and PN both are equal to under root d square plus L square. Now let us use the formula by using Coulomb's law in magnetism, that is B is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi m upon r square, where m is the strength of magnetic field and r is the distance. Now what distance? Here the distances are different. Okay, so now we will talk about the magnetic field due to south pole and magnetic field due to north pole. So dear students, for that we need to complete our diagram first. So first of all we have drawn B1. B1 means magnetic field due to north pole and B2 means magnetic field due to south pole. Dear students, magnetic field due to north pole, you just see here, due to north pole it is B1 and due to south pole it is B2, and both have same numerical value. Okay, now you must be thinking where under root gone, because it was under root d square plus L square whole square. So square and under root will cancel out each other, and it is emerging out from north pole. That's why B1 is away and it is from towards south pole. Okay, now both numerical values are same. That means B1 is equal to B2. And theta, it is the angle between the line joining the point P and N. That's why this B1 and B2 we can resolve into two components, B1 cos theta, B1 sin theta, and B2 cos theta, B2 sin theta, as we have done in our electric field. So just pay attention here. You can see that we have dissolved B1 into two components, that is B1 cos theta, B1 sin theta, and B2 cos theta and B2 sin theta. Dear students, you can see from here that B1 sin theta and B2 sin theta, these both are equal and opposite, so they will cancel out each other's effect. But B1 cos theta and B2 cos theta, they both are in same direction, so they will get add up. Okay, so they will get add up. So when you are adding these, so B will be equal to B1 cos theta plus B2 cos theta. Now put the values of B1 and B2 from these two equations. When we will put the values of B1 and B2, we are getting 2 times B1 cos theta, because B1 and B2 both are same. Okay, both are same. We have written already here, that is B1 is equal to B2. That's why B1 is equal to B2 cos theta cos theta. So B2 cos theta, B1 cos theta, it will be 2 times B1 cos theta. Now dear students, what is the value of cos theta? So just go back to the diagram and just see. Cos theta means base upon hypotenuse. So what is base? Cos theta means, yes, base upon hypotenuse. So base is here L. Base is L and hypotenuse is under root d square L square. That's why it is L upon under root b square L. So put the value of cos theta and b1 from back equations, and then we are getting 2 mu naught upon 4 pi m upon d square L upon d square L square. Dear students, now this 2m and L, it is equal to capital M, because capital M is equal to 2L multiplied by a small m. Okay, so and here the power is 1, here the power is 1 by 2. So what will be total power? 1 plus 1 by 2, 3 by a 2. Okay, special case also we can discuss, that if the magnet is short, then what will happen? So if magnet is short, then L square is less than d square, means L square we can neglect, means L square यहाँ से delete हो जाएगा. Then B will be equal to mu naught upon 4 pi m upon d cube, or simply we can say that B is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi m upon d cube. Why we are taking here minus and plus sign? Minus and plus sign we are taking, that is due to direction of total magnetic field and direction of the bar magnet. Dear students, you know that in a bar magnet the direction is always from south to north inside the magnet. Is it or not? But when we are calculating the magnetic field on the equatorial line, then its total direction is in opposite direction. That's why this negative sign is here, because direction of total magnetic field on the equatorial line is opposite to the direction of magnetic field inside the magnet. Okay, so that's all about your today's class. Thank you. Have a nice day ahead.